Hey everybody, it is Elise from Chakra Yoga and Fitness in downtown Shakopee, Minnesota. And this next month in February 2021, we are going to do a push-up challenge for all of our students and anyone that wants to join us. You can find more information on our Facebook page or on Instagram. So first things first, this video is going to go over some of the stretching, prep work, form, and modifications. So we're not going to do a whole lot of push-ups here. We just want to make sure that you have the proper form and some tools to get you started on these great push-ups, right? But first things first is safety. So if anytime you're feeling any pain in your body, in your shoulders, your chest, elbows, wrists, go back to doing either the modifications or some of the prep work that I'm going to show you today, and be sure to keep up on the stretching as well. So in this chain of a push-up, so I'm thinking my chain is my body right here with the wrists, elbows, shoulders. Smallest ones are the wrists. So we're really going to be careful and take care of the wrists today for sure. So let's get started, shall we? First with stretching with the wrists, right? We can just give it not a really grip, but just a soft little fist, and we can do circles, right? Just find a little circle, and you can do these longer than I'm going to show you today. I'm just going to show you little bits of these, but wrist circles are great. You can do singles like this, or guess what? You can clasp your hands together and do nice little circles, moving it in all different directions. Excellent, we got those wrists warmed up a little bit. All right, another one that you can do is clasping the fingers together, and you kind of pull them slightly apart so it's a little bit of traction. So the top one, think of the one that you're gonna bring up to the top is the one that's working, relaxing that bottom wrist. Let it have a little stretch, a little break, feels so good. This is a great one to do if you sit at a desk and do a lot of work on the computer, so typing, etc., or any little repetitive stress, right? Repetitive motions. This is a really great one. And let's release and shake those fingers out, right? Okay, so then let's take care of the shoulders, shall we? We're gonna just bring our arm across and pull that shoulder in. Oh my gosh, it feels so good, right? So find that little shoulder stretch. Of course, we got to do the other side. Pull it across, pull it in. Oh, feels wonderful. And then let's take care of those triceps behind the head, hand behind the head. Go ahead, reach up. I like pulling my tricep up a little and bringing it across. If you like finding a side stretch with that, go ahead and stretch the side. And we'll go to the other side, same thing. Reach up behind the head, raise that elbow up slightly, pull it across, find that side stretch if that feels good in your body. Excellent, bring it back up. Let's find a little, this is kind of also a wrist stretch, but I like to feel this in my arms too. Clasping the hands, bring those hands out forward. Really reach them out. And bring it back. And then we're gonna go behind. So I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see this. Bring your hands, clasp them behind your back. And you can bring your shoulder blades together and really open the chest. Lift your chin a little bit. If it feels good to raise them up, go ahead and do so. Some of you know you can loosen that grip and come over. Finding that stretch through the shoulder, through the back. Excellent. And then last, let's take care of our neck. So just bringing the ear, let's start with that left side. Bring the left ear over towards the left shoulder. Let the other side relax down. Oh, that feels good, right? Another one you can do at the desk, right? Bring it up, other side. Beautiful, bring that up. Let's just pretend like we're looking over our shoulder in one direction. Pretend like you're scanning the horizon. Look across, nice and slow, check in, make sure everything feels okay. And bring it back. Excellent. Are you ready for prep work? So prep work is actually a little bit of work, but it'll be great. Starting with, we're going to do 10 exercises for this. Starting with our forearms. We're going to work on our forearms. Now, The best part is you get to lay down. You can lay down on your stomach. And this is just going to work through your hands and a little bit of work through the forearms. So I like, if it doesn't feel good on your back, don't do this like this. You can come to crouching on a table, whatever feels good to you. Place your palms down on the ground and press your fingers down on the floor. Just kind of press them gently. But then what you do is you engage each finger. So press down your thumb, press down your pointer finger, press down your index finger, press down that ring finger, and press down that pinky, and hold that there, and then kind of go back. Thumb, pointer, middle, ring, pinky, and you might start to feel like those forearms are starting to turn on. They're starting to get a little warm. Whew. All right, bring it back up. Beautiful. All right, the next one is a great prep for push-ups, but also arm balances in yoga. And this might be one that you're like, oh, I don't like this. So we're gonna flick, like we're flicking like we have water on our fingers. If you do this and your fingers, if you have any issues with your fingers, your extensors, it'll hurt. So don't do this if this hurts, right? But if you're okay with it, flick the water, flick, flick, flick. And you'll be like, oh, well, this isn't so bad. But the key with this one is to keep doing it until it feels a little warm, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, my forearms are starting to get tired. And see if you can just breathe through it, well, just a little bit, no pain, but just to that point where it's like, okay, this is a little uncomfortable. It's getting a little tired. We want to push that edge so we can get a little extra strength here. So flick, flick, flick. Beautiful, keep going. A little longer if you can. If you can do it longer, great. If you are done, shake those wrists out, right? Okay, the next one is a little bit of a stretch, but also a little bit of work. Again, be mindful of the wrists. Anytime it doesn't feel good, stop. So this one, planting those hands down right underneath the shoulders. We're gonna press our fingertips down into the floor, almost like we're doing little suction cups here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna rock forward a little bit. So it's like almost to the point of, oh, there's a little stretch. This is not good form for a push-up, but it's good form for this exercise. A little bit of a stretch. Press back with your fingertips. Let your fingertips press the body back. Don't bring your body back. Ready? Press with those fingertips and bring it back. We are working our hands, working our forearms. Bring it forward and press it back. Beautiful. Bring it forward and press it back. One more time for me. Forward, press back with those fingers. Excellent. Shake it out a little bit. Okay, so another key muscle and piece in these push-ups is actually our scapula, our big shoulder blades in our back. And what we want to do is to work those a little bit. So a great way to do this, we do this in a lot of classes. You might notice that I do this in a lot of classes, and it's so I can build up my scapular muscles to protect my wrists. So these are those lovely W's. We bring those weights in and we press it out. Pretend like you have serving trays. We're bringing those trays out and bring it in. And we don't extend the arms all the way. Just bring it out, pull them in. Bring it out and pull it in. Beautiful. Bring it out, pull it in, bring it out. And of course you can do the standing as well. I'm just going to stay down on the ground today here. Pull it in, stop, pull it in. And I'm only using 2-pound weights and I'm starting to feel this. Doesn't need to be heavy. Good repetition and good form. Pull it in, squeeze those shoulder blades in. Let's do 2 more. Excellent. All right. Release that. So the next one to work that back is a little bit of work doing that nice little fly. Bring it up, right? So you can bend over. If it's easier, I will come to standing. So if it's easier to give a nice little bend and rock over your do a little bent area here. We're just going to bring those up and bring them down. Now, if you have a one of those nice like yoga balls at home, you can lay over that and do this. That is perfect. Just bring it up and you can play around. Notice the back of my hands are up right now. That is working through my scapula. I can squeeze them together at the top. If you switch it to pinkies, you might notice it works the back of the shoulders, a nice little posterior part. Lifting and lowering. And again, I'm just going to do a few. Feel free to use heavier weights, do more reps, but always, you know, make sure you're in your comfort zone. Excellent. All right, let's do one more. Beautiful. All right. So next is the chest. Of course, this will be worked when you do these push-ups, but to kind of get that build up, if you haven't done push-ups or you're like, I don't like them, this is what we're going to do, right? So using our weights, we can do a nice little fly. You can come back straight out, lift it up towards the ceiling, bring it out, and in, checking in. If this is too much here, try to do just a chest press. So that is where we bring the elbows down towards the floor. I'm not quite going to touch the floor, and press it up. Bring it down, press it up. Bring it down, and press it up. Beautiful. Let's do two more. Excellent. Set these aside. And we are going to do, guess what? Some core work. Because a big part of this push-up is keeping that core engaged when we're doing this. And it'll make if you engage your whole core, so that means everything from your abs and the top of your legs, even through the lower legs too. If you keep all that engaged as one motion, that push-up will be a little bit easier. So you kind of take the weight and the work and distribute it through your body. But, so core work, right? First, guess what? Planks. So you can do planks to engage that core, even just to warm it up and just kind of find, hey, there's my core, I found it. And you know, you can work this either from just a regular plank here on the arms. If you don't want to burn out the wrists because you're gonna do, you know, so many awesome push-ups, working it on the forearms is available too. I like kind of placing my hands on my elbows and bringing it out, and knows so that way I have a good base. I know I have a good base here. And so you can work through this core, because everybody loves planks, right? You can hold this till you shake if you really, really, really want to, right? Okay, starting to shake. So let's put the knees down. Knees down. This is also an option. Guess what? If that core or that plank is too much, bring those knees down. In fact, this is a better option if you're starting to shake and you know, getting a little wobbly through the shoulders. Go ahead and find knees down. Same thing with doing the plank with your arms extended. So options. The other one, if you don't want to be on your wrists or arms, guess what? You can do it on your back. You can do a lovely little hollow hold kind of thing where we extend. Oh, we're just going to sit here and stretch, right? But you can work on leg lifts, and you can work on a nice little hollow hold. This is a nice little hollow hold here, where we lift up just the upper back and the feet, and we breathe. And when you're done, release, big stretch. Excellent. All right, did we get through all 10? No, we have one more. The scapular push-up. Remember, the scapula are the shoulder blades, right? So this one is going to work those lovely scapulas that take care of our wrists. So I'm going to turn to the side. So hopefully, this is super subtle, so hopefully you can see this. So a scapular push-up, it's not like I have my arms locked. I have them kind of gentle here with just a slight bend in my elbows. But we work this by bringing the scapula together. We sink the chest down in, and we press and we dome the back. Bring it down in, and bring it up. Squeeze it down in, and up. We press down, and up. Now, if you don't want to do this, like you're on all fours, you can do this standing up. I'm going to turn away. So, squeeze the shoulder blades together, press against. Together, press against, right? Beautiful. So squeeze them together and then press them away. Squeeze the shoulder blades, press away, squeeze and press away. Excellent. Let's talk a little bit about form. So in your push-up form, we have our lovely fingers forward. We don't want to be forward in the whole body where this angle decreases, right? We want that form to be right where the wrist, elbow, shoulders are stacked. And then if possible, I'm gonna just do it on my knees. If possible, you just keep those elbows bent backward. If the shoulders are tight, it's okay. It's okay. If the shoulders are tight, you might end up going in this direction, which is totally fine, as long as there's no pain, right? So if we can keep them, elbows back, pointer fingers forward, middle finger right forward in the center, come down and press up. That is great. The second piece, the scapula. Again, the scapula, the shoulder blades, right? So we don't want it domed up when we're trying to do a push-up. Oh, that's even try to do it, and it's very hard to do. We want that shoulder and scapula engagement. So pull them in a little bit, you can feel it, and it will make that push-up a lot easier. Same thing with that core. Remember, core is engaged. Zip the core up, and those push-ups will become much easier. Beautiful. And especially if you're doing a full push-up, you want to press through those heels, but make sure they're not back too far or forward too far. See if you can think about those ankle bones right over those toes. Scapula, I'm gonna do a push-up. Ready, here we go. Scapula's out, nice push-up and up. Of course, I didn't go on all the way. Any level that you can do is fabulous. It's a lot of work, right? So we've gone through form, we've gone through stretches, we've gone through prep. Modifications is next. That's my favorite, right? So the first variation, if you're like, there's no way I can do a push-up. Yes, we're gonna say yes, you can. If you can move your arms, pretty much can do a push-up, because guess what? We can do air push-ups. No kidding, right? So just pretend, push it back, press. Feel like you're pressing like against a car, like you are Superman, Superwoman, super person, and you're pushing away. And guess what? Use that mind-body engagement here, and you will feel this. I feel this right through my sides, through my chest. So shoulder blades back, engage those scapula, are nice and down, firm in the back, push in and push out. In, out. So if you have never done a push-up and feel you can't, start here. Air push-ups. They still work, right? Yeah, they do, but trust me. So the second one is with a wall or a table. I don't have a wall or table, well, I have a wall here, but I'm not gonna turn away from you. So I'm gonna pretend like I have a wall here. Use that wall, push up. Use the wall and push up. Use the wall, push up. So that is one variation. If you have a table, guess what? You're here. It's a little bit more engagement, right? Down, push up, down, push up, down, push up. So air, wall, table. Then knees down. You can also do knees down method. Like I was doing before, right? Knees down. And of course you can do a full push-up. Now, one other thing I have is a prop. If you don't have push-up bars and you want a little wrist protection, if you have big enough weights that your hands can fit under nicely and not squish your knuckles, you get those weights about shoulder width apart, right? Oh, I'll do it on my knees. Oh, I may go to a full one too, but engage scapula. These are nice to protect those wrists, right? So especially if you have wrist injury, go ahead. They have, like you can use the bigger weights, or they just have these little kind of like bars that you can buy, and they're pretty inexpensive, but they're very nice, especially if you're gonna join us for this challenge and you have wrist issues. Whew. All right, I think we have everything settled. So I hope you join us for our great push-up challenge. Like I said, Chakra Yoga and Fitness, and you can find us on Instagram and on Facebook. And with this challenge, we have some extra things of like things that you can do each day. And there's lots of prizes and fun, and I hope that we all have a great time. Take care.